Coming up on LUTV News, Bernie Sanders makes an appearance not too far from St. Charles. Find out where he was and why he was there. Plus, Missouri voters head to the polls on Tuesday to cast their votes in the presidential primary election. And an array of talent comes to St. Charles. Those stories, plus sports, weather, and more ahead on LUTV News. Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Charlie Mager. Several presidential candidates are visiting St. Louis before next Tuesday's Missouri primary election, including Donald Trump. Trump will speak out to a rally on Friday at the Peabody Opera House starting at noon. Doors open at 9. Speaking on behalf of his wife Hillary, former President Bill Clinton is in the St. Louis area to speak on Tuesday in the District 9 Machinist Hall in Bridgeton, just off of 270. Lastly, Senator Ted Cruz plans to speak in Maryland Heights on Saturday at Orlando Gardens starting at 6 p.m. A professor at the University of Missouri-Columbia finds her way into the media yet again. The university's Board of Curators fired Melissa Click in February for her actions amidst campus-wide protests. The now former professor feels that she was wronged in their decision to terminate her employment. Click was caught trying to prevent student journalists from reporting on campus student demonstrations. Film director and producer Spike Lee is looking to create an ESPN documentary about Mizzou football protests during the middle of the 2015 season. Lee expressed interest after watching a 30-minute documentary about the student group called the Concerned Student 1950 Movement to Campus. The movement caused the football team to boycott all football-related events in early November. Lee intends to use footage from that documentary for his digital short, which will be aired in May on ESPN. In the meantime, University of Missouri-Columbia is bracing for a multi-million-dollar budget deficit. School officials are projecting a $32 million shortfall for the coming school year. The shortfall is a result of a sharp drop in first-year enrollment, along with a decrease in student retention. Mizzou initially estimated a drop of about 900 students, but the estimate has now been increased to 1,500. University leaders will use a hiring freeze and a 5% budget reduction to close the deficit. The White House held a meeting that hasn't been done since 1997. President Barack Obama welcomed Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to the White House on Thursday. The two discussed steps to take for climate changes, perhaps the biggest being the cut to methane emissions from oil and gas operations in an effort to improve the development of green technologies. Trudeau's visit will be capped off by a Thursday night dinner with President Obama. Frank Sinatra Jr., the son of the heavily famed Frank Sinatra, passed away on Wednesday. Sinatra Jr. was 72 years old when he died of cardiac arrest in a Daytona Beach hospital. The famed music artist released his first album in 1965. He performed in dozens of countries and 47 states by age 24. Sinatra Jr. was scheduled to perform at Lindenwood University's J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts in May. Straight ahead on LUTV News, meet a member of the Lindenwood University Admissions Office who recently won a special award. We'll find out who he is and why the award was a first of its kind, coming up.